Hey guys, it's Dia. I wanted to record this video to share with you how we create a challenge group in the new challenge tracker app for our challengers. This is something that launched recently, and many of us were familiar with running challenge groups in Facebook, but now that we have this challenge tracker app for our customers to be able to support them and to track their progress and to encourage them and support them throughout their challenge group experience, we have the challenge tracker app that is there for us to do that. So as a coach, you want to go to online and type in your www.mychallengetrackerportal.com. So you should see that directly on the screen as a site that obviously I've used quite a bit, but the website that you want to access is mychallengetrackerportal.com. And this is the site that you will use as the coach who is the owner or the administrator of the challenge group, and not necessarily the participant if you are a participant in a group as well, okay? So in order to create a group, you want to make sure, first of all, that you're at the homepage, and by that you should see the Team Beachbody My Challenge Tracker portal here in the top left. And in order to create a group, it's actually really simple and pretty intuitive about how to create these groups. So if you look here, if you don't have any groups, your page won't look like this. But if you do, you will see all of the groups that you have currently and then the groups that you have run in the past. So without further ado, to start your group, you want to click on the plus icon that says New Group. And once you click that, what will open up is a separate window to create challenge group. And this is your opportunity to be creative, whatever your challenge group theme is for that particular challenge group, whether it's a free group or a paid group, you will create that here, and you will type in your challenge group name. So I'm just going to type in Team Triumph Test Challenge Group. And we're gonna, just for the sake of this exercise, have it start tomorrow and end on the 24th. So tomorrow is September 17th. So we're gonna have it start on the 17th and run for 7 days. So what you will do is, unlike others, you won't say it will end on the 24th as you would in other calendars. So you actually have to physically count the days, if it's a 7-day group or a 30-day group or whatever day group you're running, that you know the number of days that your group is going to be running from the start and include that in the number of days. Now keep in mind that many of us, when we're running challenge groups, even though the participants are going to log in and we're physically going to start whatever the activity is on a particular day, so for the sake of this, the activity is going to start tomorrow. But if you wanted to include prep posts, for example, if it's a introduction, please introduce yourself before we get started. You want to build in a couple of days, or depending on how much pre-content you have, you want to build in those number of days so that the group isn't starting and then immediately you're kind of asking people to do things that that might distract them from what they're there to do. So for example, if you were doing a free clean eating group and you would ask people to clean out their fridges, you don't want them to do that the day they're supposed to start eating clean. You want to give them a few days to clean out their refrigerator, to go shopping, and to do the things that are necessary to physically start on the day that they want to start, right? So I hope that makes sense. Make sure that you are including in your number of days, not only the days that you want your group to start, but the days you need in order to prepare your challengers for whatever it is that they're going to have to do before the official start date. So as I said, we're going to start ours tomorrow just for the sake of this test group, and then make it 7 days. And then we're going to say that it's a multi-program group because this is not one particular group, but you will see if you look at the drop down here that it does list every single program we have, as well as Beachbody On Demand, and the Ultimate Reset, other things that we have in our library that are for, specific programs that people can do. Or let me just say this, there's also a Shakeology only program where if you decided that I'm going to let people, just track their Shakeology and not their workouts, you will notice that this blue box appeared that says participants in Shakeology only groups will not be able to track workouts through this. So make sure that if you want to do Shakeology only, that you're not going to expect people to track workouts. But if you do multi-program, they have the option to do whatever it is they're doing from a fitness standpoint, but also be able to track their Shakeology in that, even if Shakeology is the only requirement that you have for your group. And then you just want to put in a short description. This is where we put the rules and description for our group. And then if you are creative, you can select an image for whatever it is that you want to create for your group from your photos on your, on your computer. And one of the groups that we are doing now is a health bet group, which I think I created last month. And I can't find that image here, but I think you get the drift. You can put any image in here, and it's, it should be small enough that you can see exactly what it is, because if you go to, it gives you a certain size that you want to do it, okay? So I'm going to cancel the image because I don't have one handy and I don't want to take up too much time in the video. And you'll hit create group, right? You'll just hit create group. Your profile picture as the coach will appear here, and it will tell you how your customers can contact you. If any of this information is incorrect, then you go ahead and change it. Keep in mind that you want to set your time zone, because if you have it set for notifications on Pacific time, but you live in Eastern time, then and you put it in for 5 a.m., it's not going to get to you until 8 a.m. So just check your time, and then you hit next. And then this is going to ask you to fill in the name and the email address of the people who are going to be a part of your group. And so for this case, I'm just going to put in my own email, add myself to the list. And then, this is saying that I can't add myself because one has already been issued because I'm the coach. So I'm going to use my other email and then add that to the list. So then if you wanted to customize the email, because there is a standard email form that is sent on behalf of your group, but if you wanted to change it, this is something for you to go ahead and change, but you will see that it will automatically it'll say hi, and it will include your participant's name, and it'll give them the lead-in information, it'll give them the dates, it'll tell them how to get started, it'll tell them to make sure they download the challenge tracker app and sign in and just keep going, but it would also let them know that they can contact you by email or by phone, and it will be sent. But it's not going to be sent if you only add participants here. The email will be sent once you click invite participants here at the bottom. And so now what this tells me is that I have been invited to a group that is supposed to start tomorrow, on Saturday. And it tells me when I was invited, who invited me, and if, for example, a customer says that maybe they did not receive the email, you can go ahead and hit resend, and it will send to them. But please make sure that you obviously confirm their email address before you resend, because in that case, you may have to go ahead and change their email address or create a new contact and do that for them. Okay, so I hope that this video was helpful to you as to how to set up a group. Once the group is set up, there will automatically be a group feed. Sorry about that. For some reason in Chrome, I get that error message, so I do end up having to go to my portal through Safari. That may be just a me issue that I haven't dealt with tech support on, but I've just learned that I've kind of worked with it. So that's the pop-up that you saw appear there. And if you have any files that you want to add to the group, you know, on your computer, maybe it's a meal plan, maybe it's, you know, how to contact you, maybe it's frequently asked questions that you have learned over the course of your time as a coach. If that's the case and you have files that are saved on your computer, you can go ahead and hit add new file, and it's going to ask you to choose your file, and it will bring up, it'll be in a PDF format, and it'll bring up your computer, and then any documents that you have, you can go ahead and add those there. So those are always accessible to your challengers. So like I said, I hope that this has been helpful to you, and if you have any questions, just post them below. We look forward to working with you.